So what's up guys, it's here by Quadgy, and welcome back to another video of Call of Duty Warzone Season freaking 3. In today's video, I want to give you guys my top 10 most overpowered guns slash class setups for this season specific, and more specifically for the addition of Rebirth Island. These setups will also work in Warzone ranked play because Rebirth Island is part of ranked play this year, or this season as well. So wherever these apply for ranked play, you can go ahead and try them out there as well. Instead of reading the long list of patch notes and seeing whatever changed, rather just give you the classes outright so you guys can just get into Rebirth, destroy these opponents in the new year, and go crazy here within 2024. So you guys are excited to see my most meta Warzone class setups, and you guys want to see this in the future for every single update, make sure you guys drop a like in the video, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. On this channel, I upload high kill Warzone gameplays, that I deem, worthy of 20 bombs, 30 bombs, maybe even a 40 bomb. And I also upload, funny moments within those videos, as well as store bono videos and other sorts of random videos as well. So if you want a good amount of variety on the channel, then you've come to the right place. But for today, we're gonna go ahead and start things off with my Ram 7 Akimbo class here, with the Ram 7 and the Ram 9, because they're still pretty good here after the recent update. And if you guys are wondering about the rest of my, loadout, it's pretty much the same all over. Tacticals, I use the sim shot, lethal throwing out to finish off opponents. My perks are usually sleight of hand, mountaineer, tempered, and flex. Flex to heal the opponents easier, tempered for the easier armoring up, mountaineer to kind of reduce the fall damage so I can fall from the sky a little bit better, and obviously sleight of hand to reload faster. But with all that being said, let's go through these guns, starting it off with the ultimate Ram 7 class. So with the Ram 7, I love the VT7 Spiritfire suppressor. Is going to be the default suppressor for a lot of the long range meta guns in the game, and this allows the gun to have lower recoil and more damage range and bullet velocity so it can melt faster and give us a faster time to kill at farther ranges. And of course, if you want the no recoil, 100% accuracy Ram 7, you could also use the Cases Break muzzle, which eliminates all horizontal recoil, and the only recoil you really have to deal with by building the rest of the class is vertical recoils. But the only thing I don't like about this is that you're on the minimap, which is why I prefer the VT7 Spiritfire suppressor personally. But it is a toss-up between this or the VT7 Spiritfire suppressor. Moving onwards, the barrel is going to be the Cronin Headwind Long Barrel for that bullet velocity and range to boost his gun's damage even farther. And we get even more stability with the aiming out of its way and firing aim stability, so it could be more accurate because the gun is going to be a lot more stable, which is awesome to see. The underbarrel is going to be the BRUEN Heavy Support Grip, which is one of the best underbarrels in the game. Gives us that aiming out of sway, firing aim stability, and gun kick control, but it also focuses on that horizontal recoil. And you're going to see this on a lot of my long-range meta guns as well. And it's what really gives the Ram 7 some power within MW3 Warzone. And for our stock, we got the HVS 3.4 pad because it gives us a whole ton of gun kick control and recoil control, anywhere from 8 to 20%, and allows this gun to be deadly accurate after you put on this final attachment. And lastly, since we're playing Warzone, the best way to run this is with the highest magazine of the 60 round drum mag to finish off those multiple fully armored opponents with ease and hopefully not have to reload as much. But there you guys go. This is how I'm running the Ram 7 within Season 3. And even though they might have nerfed it just a little bit, this gun is still pretty much the most effective gun in the game. It's super easy to control. Just feels great to use, and if you're able to master it, especially with that Cases Break, then you're going to be bodying fools. Still such a magnificent gun. But now let's go ahead and switch things up with the beautiful Ram 9 SMG. So on the Ram 9, for the muzzle, we got the Shao Strike Suppressor S, and it's the best suppressor in the game to rock because you get no downsides from it. And as an SMG, you want to be able to be as fast as possible and to melt as far as possible as well. So definitely the best by default. On the Ram 9 SMG, we love the underbarrel of the Kimura Seraphic Vertical Grip, because very similar to the BRUEN Heavy Support Grip, but this actually just helps vertical recoil a little bit more, which I feel like the Ram 9 here has a little bit more of. So going to be more accurate, as well as get extra movement with that movement speed and aim walking speed. Now this might be weird, but I do have the optic of the Jack Glasses optic. The Ram 9 sight isn't all that terrible, but sometimes it just end up hurting me. So putting on the Jack Glasses optic not only gives us a cleaner sight, but we also get that extra firing aim stability, so the gun could be a little more stable when we shoot, and we're a little bit more accurate with it. I think this has been a really nice game changer for me, and I recommend it highly. And just like the Ram 9 or the Ram 7, we're putting on the HVS 3.4 pad for even more gun kick control, aiming out of its way, firing instability, and recoil control, so we can really stabilize the control of this gun and be able to land some farther shots. And the magazine is obviously going to be the 50 round mag, so we have as much ammo as possible for the multiple opponents up ahead. And there you guys go. That is how we're rocking the Ram 9 here within Warzone MW3 Season 3. And this is really great as an SMG. Very accurate, very fast, as you can see here. And the only problem is going to be your reload, but once you have the fast hands effect, it's really nice to use this gun. I recommend it highly. And now for our next loadout here, our next two guns are going to be the BRUEN for long range and the HRM9 for short range. So let's go ahead and check out that BRUEN. As usual, the muzzle is going to be the VT7 Spiritfire suppressor. We already talked about it with the Ram 7. Very perfect for long range. For the barrel though, we're going to go ahead and put on the 23-inch XRK Horizon V2 because not only does it help with our recoil control and gun kick control, but also bull velocity, so our bullets are hit scan while trying to get opponents at farther ranges, which is going to give it a long range meta class. Now, most setups when it comes to this gun, you're going to be putting on the BRUEN heavy support grip, but I personally like the BRUEN pivot vertical grip instead, which is very similar to the heavy support grip, but very similar enough. It just focuses on the vertical recoil a little bit more. And when it comes to the numbers there within the recoil control section, I always try to make sure that the horizontal recoil is around like 8 or 9, which this already has, being at 7. So I thought just focusing on the vertical recoil would be a lot more, you know, substantial because it has a ton more vertical recoil. And by focusing in on that, you're going to be able to control this gun way more effectively in my eyes. And that's why I went over with the BRUEN pivot vertical grip over the BRUEN heavy support grip. So try it out. You might find it very nice. And the iron sights aren't particularly bad on this gun, but you know, we're going to be using this gun at longer ranges. So we're going to put on the Jack Glasses optic so that we can have that cleaner sight, but also even more firing instability, and this gun can be even more accurate. But of course, you could always use the Corio Eagle Eye 2.5x or any other sort of magnification scope if you want to get some farther range kills. I just don't mind the Jack Glasses optic. And lastly, to make this LMG feel more like an AR, we're actually going to be putting on the magazine of the 60 round mag for that spin to fire speed and ADS speed to bring up the gun faster. But we also get extra movement speed. And 60 rounds is more than enough for multiple opponents here within Warzone. So just putting on that 60 round, it's going to feel really nice. And that is how I'm rocking the BRUEN MK9. It just feels really sweet. But if you wanted to, you could take off the magazine. You can even put on the rear grip of the Step 40 grip or the stock of the Lane 56 stock so that you can have even more accuracy if you wanted to rock it with the 100 round mag. But with this, you're going to feel mobile as an LMG player, and long range kills are going to be super easy to get. This gun hardly moves. It's actually very nasty, and it's definitely something worth trying out. And now let's move over to the beautiful HRM9 SMG. So like with every SMG, I just like the Shadow Strike Suppressor S because we get no downsides with it and we stay off the minimap. The barrel in this case is going to be the Thorn 90 barrel. I used to use the Princeps long barrel just for that, you know, new iron sight or the cleaner iron sight, but I want the Thorn 90 because it gives me some, you know, better speed and I'm able to still control the gun with some other attachments here. So definitely rock it or roll with it, or you try the Princeps long barrel. On the barrel here is going to be the DR6 hand style. We can get even more movement with that aim walking speed, movement speed, and sprint to fire speed and ADS speed to bring up the gun faster and have a faster time to kill. This is one of my favorite attachments as well when it comes to the underbarrel section within Warzone. For the stock here, we're actually putting on the folding stock, which is going to take care of all of our recoil control, you know, deficits by boosting that recoil control and gun kick control, and especially that firing instability from anywhere from 9 to 15%, which is very nice to see. And then lastly, our magazine is going to be the 50 round drum mag. Obviously, we need as much ammo as possible for the multiple armored opponents. And there you guys go. That is how I'm rocking the HRM9. Like I said, you can change the barrel to the Princeps long barrel. You can change the folding stock to the Hatchet Lie stock for more movement. But I really like this build. I don't know why. It just feels great in my hands. You know, you're not going to be the most accurate, but you're going to be accurate enough within the ranges that matter. And you're going to feel especially speedy. I really love the movement of this one. And this is what people really love in this game, you know, in my eyes. So try it out for yourself. Moving onwards, we got our third loadout now with the HOLGER 5.56 and the AMR9. Let's get to these setups immediately. As usual, the muzzle is given the VT7 Spiritfire suppressor for the HOLGER. You guys already know why. Barrel here is going to be the Creo 6 match for that bull velocity and range and recoil control and gun kick control so that we can melt even faster with this gun by being more accurate and boosting its power. Underbarrel is going to be the BRUEN heavy support grip. This is going to help the gun be extremely freaking accurate. And for the optic, once again, we're just rocking with the Jack Glasses optic for the cleaner sight and of course even more firing and stability. And for the magazine, our only option is the 40 round mag, sadly. I hope we can get like a 50 round mag or something else to mess around with this gun in the future. But this is how I like rocking the gun. And the HOLGER 5.56, the only thing that brings it down really is the fact that it only has a 40 round mag because it's extremely accurate, feels great to use. And it reminds me of like some gun in the past. I don't know what it is, but it just feels great to use and I definitely recommend it if you're up against like 1v1 situations. And now moving over to the AMR9, we got the typical muzzle of the Shadow Strike Suppressor S. We got the underbarrel of the DR6 hand stuff. We already talked in detail with the HRM9. For the optic on this one, I actually like the NIDAR model 2023, but of course you could use the Jack Glasses optic, but I just like the circular sight on this joint. and it just makes the gun feel very easy to use. And of course, you can use this optic on any other gun in the game, and it will feel pretty well. For the stock here, we got the Seraph 14 Heavy Carbine stock for that gun kick control, recoil control, and firing instability. And lastly, for our magazine, we got the 50 round mag, so we don't, have to worry about too much ammo. But of course, you could use the 100 round drum mag and have a ton of ammo as well. But you are going to be reloading a ton with the 50 round mag. But there you go, that's how I like rocking the AMR9. If you want to, you can take off the stock and put on the Phantom grip. That's also dealt some very nice benefits, in my opinion. This is how I've been rocking the gun. And the AMR9, you guys already know, it has the fastest TTK possible out of all the SMGs in this game. Has some crazy TTK even at range if you're able to control it. And this is one of the most comfy SMGs to use, just a little bit bulky at times. For our next loadouts here, we got the SVA 545 in burst mode and the WSP9, which is one of my highest KD SMGs. Let's rock and roll. So for the muzzle on the SVA 545, I'm just using the sonic suppressor so we can stop the map every time we shoot, and we get some extra bullet velocity and damage range to make this gun melt even faster. For the barrel here, I really like the STV precision barrel to once again boost that bullet velocity and range, and then the aiming out its way gun kick control and recoil control is to make sure that the burst kind of stays accurate across range. Something a little bit different here is the ammunition of the 5.45 high grain rounds, so we can get even more bullet velocity and damage range to really melt this, have this gun's potential go up by a ton. And for the optic, I rock the Corio Eagle's Eye 2.5x here, but of course you can use the Jack Glasses optic or whatever optic you're comfortable with, of your choice. And then lastly, of course, we got the 60 round mag. This is pretty much a common procedure here. And with this SVA 545, if you're able to, just use it in burst mode and just focus on bodying your opponents, you're gonna be melting some fools very, very quickly. And I know the dummies aren't at whatever 300 health. I've just been too lazy to set it up. All you need to know from here is that the recoil works and the gun feels pretty speedy. It's pretty nice. Now moving over to the WSP9, the Shot Strike Suppressor S is our typical suppressor, of course. The underbarrel here is going to be the X10 Phantom 5 hand stop, which actually focuses on sprint to fire speed and ADS speed to bring up the gun faster, but we get that additional benefit of vertical recoil control and gun kick control, so this gun is a little bit more easier to use. Stock is going to be the WSP factory stock, so we can get even more snappier ADS speed, but also move around the map a lot more efficiently with that movement speed and sprint speed. Our rear grip is going to take care of all our recoil deficits with that gun kick control, fighting instability, and recoil control, make this gun a little bit easier to use. And like usual, we got the 50 round mag for as much ammo as possible, but you could even use the 40 round mag here because I feel like 40 rounds is still enough for this SMG, but I always like to be more prepared than not when it comes to this gun. And when you use this SMG with this class, it just feels saucy. Like, it might have that open bolt delay, targets at farther ranges are always going to be a little bit harder to control, but as long as you can get these first two damage ranges down, this gun is like super nice. Just really melts. I love the feel of it. And for our final loadouts here, we got the SOA Subverter and the Striker 9. So let's go through these classes really quickly. Muzzle is going to be the VT7 Spare Fire Suppressor, as usual for my long range guns. The barrel here is going to be the Dozer 90 Long Barrel to not only focus on that super amazing recoil control benefits, but also firing and stability to keep this gun more stable and bullet velocity and range, so this gun can melt even faster at those farther ranges. Of course, for the underbarrel, we all love our BRUEN heavy support grip. Really benefits this gun greatly because of its like ziggity zaggity recoil that it's got. The optic is going to be the Jack Glasses optic to give us even a little bit more firing instability, but of course we can use any of the other optics as well. And as typical, the 50 round drum mag is going to be our magazine because it gives us the most ammo. And when it comes to this battle rifle, the SOA Subverter, the only really downfall of this gun is the very weird recoil it has at farther ranges, because you're going to be using this gun at far ranges, right? But it's going to be a little bit hard to control, even for myself, so even if you wanted to, you could change the muzzle of the VT7 Spare Fire Suppressor to one of the other muzzles that more so focuses on horizontal recoil, like the Cases Break, or even the Tempest GH50. Any of these like work really well. So that might be something to consider, but otherwise it's a pretty great gun. And lastly, for our Striker 9 class, we got the Shot Strike Suppressor S, which is, procedure here. The barrel here is going to be the Striker Recall Long Barrel, so you can get even more bullet velocity and range, and aiming out of its way to be more accurate and powerful. The underbarrel here is actually going to be the BRUEN Heavy Support Grip to be a little bit more accurate with this gun, because that's some weird recoil pattern in my opinion. And then for our stock, we got the Ephesus Priority Tactical stock to focus more on that recoil control, but we also get that movement speed and sprint speed to move around the map a lot more efficiently, which is nice to see. And then our magazine is going to be the 50 round drum mag to have as much ammo as possible to multiple opponents, and this gun has a super fast fire rate. And I really like the Striker 9. The biggest benefit of it is its amazing movement speed as an SMG. But just the recoil is a little bit weird and wonky if you try to like really stretch your range. But with this build, it's a little bit easier to use. Obviously, you don't want to stretch your ranges like crazy, but up close and to that second range, you're gonna feel pretty at home with this gun. So definitely try it out for yourself. But there you guys go. Make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe if you guys end up using these class setups and find success in Rebirth Island, or even regular BR, or even ranked Rebirth. And let me know how you guys feel about Season 3. You guys stay amazing. I'll try to have videos on the new guns in due time and try and be busy on this channel. And let's hope that I can drop more 20s and 30s for you guys to enjoy. Anyways, keep being big ballers, and I love you all.